Hey guys, I'm Janice on occasion, and today we are starting Rogue Trader in earnest. That's right, it's the full game release, or at least it's coming out very soon. I think I'm playing it a day early. I haven't actually checked the embargo against the release date. I'm playing it a little early, I think. But anyway, it's out very soon. This is the released game. Thank you, Owlcat, for letting me play it. And yeah, I'm really excited to play it for you guys. I think it'll be really fun. I've been looking forward to it for ages. We have dipped into the alpha and the beta, but now we're just playing the full game. Hopefully, as long as there's enough interest. Because this will probably be like 100 episodes if we play through the whole thing. So we're going to be here a while, which is why I'm excited to get started and see how everyone enjoys it. So we're going to start a new game, of course. We're going to play on the main story, because that's the only one that exists. We're going to play on normal difficulty. I don't see the need to put it too low or too high. I want there to be a bit of a challenge, but I don't want to get too bogged down, because like I said, 100 episodes. I want to be able to do more character stuff rather than just min-maxing every decision. I want to play around, have some fun, so we're going on normal difficulty. You know, I'm no newbie to this kind of game, so this should give us a lot of flexibility to experiment and yeah, just have fun with it. Okay, so we're going to create a custom character who, yeah, we're going to make all the things. Do we need to name them somewhere? Presumably. Because these have names listed, but okay, we name them later. Sorry, I've gone through all of this except the final bit, so we'll just have to hope we come across their name eventually. I'm going to go with that amazing portrait, because it's just the coolest damn thing ever. And let's see. Yeah, we're going to be female. Shouldn't you have clothes? Shouldn't you have clothes? I think she should have clothes. Show clothes. Alright, I guess she'll have clothes one day. It's fine. Oh, hang on. Clothes not yet available. That's embarrassing. Yeah, that hair's fine. That roughly suits. But you can never really see much of what's going on anyway. I find the whole nitty-gritty stuff in games like this completely pointless. Like, who is ever going to see her eyebrows when you're, like, zoomed out? Even when you're zoomed in, you can never see her eyebrows, because you've been wearing some, like, commissar hat or a helmet or something. Anyway. So, I enjoy pragmatic female.
Prepare for acceleration. Macro cannons. This could be an opportunity. Keep your wits about you.
Makes me think of Joanna Lumley. So, you know, I'm all about that. Right. We are going to go on a hive world, because I want to make a face character, basically. So I want to go with fellowship bonuses. I enjoy agility as well. That does help with, yeah, dodge charts and stuff. I like it. I like it. Also, there's a bunch of talents that we're going to get eventually, which we'll get to as we play. We'll figure that stuff out. Oh, a hive world, by the way. Hive world's population is so dense that great swathes of the surface of the world are frequently covered in gargantuan cities bejeweled with towering spires that pierce the atmosphere. Hive worlds are vital to the welfare of the Imperium and are the beating heart of its economy and war machine. They produce munitions for the Emperor's armies in vast manufactories, mine valuable minerals, and refine fuel for the Imperial Navy. Innumerable regiments of the Astra Militarum are raised from their massive populations as well. Well, now we have clothes, because I selected that already. We are also going to go with Commissar. Yeah, we're going to go with Commissar. So we're going to be pretty grim, right? It's going to be pretty grim. Commissars are, they get the name Commissar for Warhammer from, like, the Commissars of, like, the Red Army. You know, sort of Battle of Stalingrad, you know, if you're not going to run 5 of you to one gun towards the enemy gun emplacements, I'm going to shoot you. You know, it's that kind of harsh, sort of absurd notion of, yeah, the Commissar being as dangerous to you as the enemy are, which is, you know, very 40k, isn't it? So Commissars of the Officio Prefectus are ruthless officers charged with maintaining the morale, discipline, and fighting spirit of their Astra Militarum regiment. You used to be one of these faithful servants of the God Emperor, a living symbol of imperial authority, regarded with a mix of fear and awe by their subordinates. So that's going to give us extra fellowship, weapon skill. Weapon skill I don't really mind so much about. I'm going to be mostly focused on ranged, I think. But yeah, extra coercion is really nice. I want to be able to just talk my way out of most problems. Because frankly, I see in games like this, combat should be the fail state. Like, you messed up, here's a fight, right? That's how I see it. And also I'm going to go with Feat of Greatness as our triumph, right? So we had our Origin is Hiveworld. Triumph is a feat of greatness. You directed a heroic attack of an Imperial Guard regiment that breached the gates of a fortress held by heretics. Which, of course, you know, that's mucky work. And we probably used a lot of threat of violence to make them go through that breach, right? Which is why we're now haunted. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. This is the one. The souls of all... I don't know why I thought it was the bottom one. I guess Shadow of Torment really also sums this up quite well. The souls of all who perished in a brutal offensive still haunt your nightmares and torture your soul. So we're haunted. We're haunted by the people that we sent into the breach. Possibly some chaos curses going on. I don't know. You know, there's a bunch of heretics, so perhaps the fallen dead. You know, that there was a warp wibbliness. You know, it's 40k. Right, and we're going to go with Officer. I think that fits well. I really enjoy Bring It Down, where you can give allies additional turns, basically. Makes you very, very, very lethal, but indirectly, which I think is very fun for an ex-commissar, and also for a rogue trader, you know? But also, pardon me, we'll also get into the, you know, the thicker things, and we'll be doing all the talking. So we'll still be leading from the front, but as soon as things don't go our way, we'll just have our, we'll just order the people in the room to just wipe out everything that decided not to listen to our wise words. So, characteristics, like I said, I want to be a face, so we're going to go with Fellowship maxed out. We've got 20 more points, not maxed out obviously, but you know, as high as we can get it for starters. I also want to put up Intelligence. I want nice lore and stuff as well, because if we're doing a lot of talking, I want to have some expertise in things. And we're going to put up ballistic skill as well, because I will be focusing on shooting stuff. Although our willpower is a little bit diminished. I'm a little concerned about willpower being a bit too low. I am worried about just psychic powers just ruining us. But I also kind of like having lower willpower if we're haunted. I kind of like there being some, you know, I don't know, some aspect of the warp. Our mind is slightly weakened from that sort of past trauma, you know, charging into like a heretic area. All the death and destruction and chaos energies weakened us to that sort of thing. So I think it's a fun, you know, a fun character sort of flaw there, I think. Pat, we can't put it lower. I would have put it lower. We could put something else up. I like doing that with characters. I'm also playing a D&D campaign with a Aarakocra that has... well, he did have... I think he had 8 intelligence, but then he got, like, cursed by a carnival game, and now he has half that. He has 4 intelligence, which is very funny to roleplay. Just bumbling around like a moron. Unbound Avarice sounds very cool. But yeah, I enjoy role-playing characters with like a massive flaw, and then just like, you know, is good at other stuff. Righteous Absolution sounds so over the top that I think it's perfect for our flagship. So yeah, we're going to be sailing around in Righteous Absolution. The Von Valancius flagship is the mightiest void ship belonging to the Von Valancius dynasty. Every system aboard this frigate has been tried and tested in innumerable engagements. Its weapons and turrets deliver hard-hitting volleys with pinpoint accuracy. Its plasma drives are rugged yet reliable in extreme conditions. The flagship's size and maneuverability are perfect for pursuing smaller, faster raiders and for hunting the countless pirates, Xenos and heretics in the Coronis Expanse. Numerous Von Valancius rogue traders have acknowledged the exceptional performance of this vessel, and with a few minor updates, the flagship has continued to faithfully serve the Von Valancius dynasty. Then we look at the result. Our name is Rogue Trader. Corana. Blanche. Blanche is pretty cool. Beatrice C. Caroline. Mycandra. These are all very good names. Like, whoever populated this pool, they found some real, like, cool, grimdarky names. I enjoy it. Imogene. Lavinia. I do enjoy Mycandra. That is pretty cool. Pandora is pretty cool too. Beulah. Okay, it is repeating these quite a lot, but Isabel? Beulah? Isabel? Blanche. Let's go with Blanche. Let's go with Blanche. Why? Because we're blank, okay? We just started. We haven't made a name for ourselves yet, so the idea of just being called Blanche is kind of fun, you know? Fresh start. Carte Blanche, some might say. So that's kind of fun. I like that. I'm sure there's a million characters called that. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Happy with this character. I think it's going to be fun. Let's get to it.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
They've added voice acting. That I actually kind of hate, because I like reading it all, because, you know, then I'm actually doing something. But yeah, it's good. Good voice, though. I like it. And maybe it's not going to be all of the game. They couldn't have voiced all the game, can they? That would be a staggering amount of dialogue. Maybe it's just the odd intro or something. Anyway, you're in a dialogue. Here you can learn more about the current events, influence the character you're speaking to. It's dialogue. It's fine. Anyway, so, the man who has approached you is gazing down into the depths of the vast temple on one of the lower decks. I really enjoyed the intro, by the way, of seeing the servo skulls fly through the place. I'm pretty sure that's new since we last played. So, truly an awe-inspiring sight. Frankly, such success can be tiring at times. This ostentatious luxury, this laughable pretense. Enough to make one think of the architects meant to compensate rather than glorify. Have we met? Or do you have a particular reason for disturbing me? Let's go with this one. Go with 2.
I believe there are those among us who share that sentiment. But such is our duty, is it not? To overcome base weaknesses and desires, so as to excel in our service to the God Emperor, the master of humanity.
It sounds like the voice actor's doing a bit of a, oh god, what's his name? Tom Hiddleston. Was it Hiddleston? Yeah, guy played Loki. It sounds like he's doing that kind of vibe, which I'm here for. So his name is Conrad Voigtveer, by the way.
Allow me
Yes,
to
I
introduce
know.
myself. Conrad Voigtveer.
Told you.
Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencius. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Voidveer bows his head and focuses his attention to you. So yeah, hyperlinks, basically you can hover over, like, stuff that's highlighted, and it'll, yeah, you can either hover over it or you can right-click to get more details, which is kind of nice. So the Rogue Trader, a subject of the Imperium with unique hereditary title, a Rogue Trader is tasked with exploring and exploiting the still uncharted regions of the galaxy for the benefit of mankind. Kind of space pirates, basically. But like hereditary pirates. It's really just like the letters of marque being passed down, which is interesting. So, my name is Blanche, Divisional Commissar of the Officio Prefectus Blanche Xanathor, apparently. Although I'm pretty sure we lose the surname immediately.
My regards, Commissar. Finding you was a difficult task given your parents' fate and your upbringing in the Schola Progenium. Truly, our meeting is an act of providence, is it not?
Voidfear smiles faintly, but you are not sure it is directed at you. Schola Progenium, by the way, is a division of the Ecclesiarchy, which is the church, responsible for the upbringing, education, and training of orphans of those officers and nobles who have died in the service of the Imperium.
I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencius, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
So, no longer Xanathor. Now we're Blanche von Valancius. Which is very funny, because we're the blank von Valancius. Because, you know, people are going to be like, who are you? Von Valancius? I don't know anything about you. So I kind of like that. Lord Captain, strange title for Lady Theodora. They're all called Lord Captains. It's whatever. Unisex, I guess. Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have I been brought here? You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities? Let's ask that.
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Alright then, I assume you had some goal in mind. You decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
Tell me about it.
The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Sounds great. But first, I'm going to do us all a favour by going to the sound options, and I'm going to put, I think, I'm going to put all volume down, apart from voice, and yeah, music go down too. Alright, and then from now on, I'm going to boost the volume of everything. So hopefully, characters' voices will be at the same, same kind of volume as me. You can hear the volume better there, and hopefully you can still hear all the music and stuff outside of that. I'm going to put music up a little bit more, actually. Put it on 70. I just want to make sure you guys can hear everyone talking properly without just everything being far too loud. Because if we get into a fight and guns start going off, and just, it's going to drown me out completely and be a horrible nightmare. So hopefully, that will be comfortable for all you guys. So, movement. Move your character by clicking. Oh, I nailed it! I'm a genius. Okay, let's chase him about. I don't like the camera doesn't have any smoothing. Should have a bit of smoothing. Right, can I see if it's got smoothing? Let's find if it's got smoothing. And I know I should be doing this other times, but I'm not, so I wanted to get right into it, blind, you see, because I didn't know how the game was going to start or anything. I didn't know what had changed, and it doesn't look like you can have it smoothed, so that's fine. I'll just have to move my hand more smoothly. So some objects in the game can be interacted with in a special way. Alright, filthy. So if you hold tab, it'll show you additional stuff. A massive conference table, obviously crafted from real wood, a resource of incredible value aboard a voyage ship. Ooh, let's press buttons. Must be the special way. Sacred mechanism has been interfered with due to without due reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. Whoops. Incomprehensible formations displayed on a large screen above the cogitators. Computers, to you and I. You can make out references to unfamiliar systems and worlds among the numbers, and logisticar symbols. So yeah, we ruined their day. Whoops.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
A candlelit altar with a copy of the 2348th volume of the Lex Imperialis. The Codex of the Sacred Laws of the Imperium. Literally thousands of books of laws.
My options open.
Okay, are we going? Okay, you just want me to lead, I suppose.
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening?
Do you see that man went all stretching when he got stabbed?
Servitors have gone berserk!
That was very funny. Also, the servitors have gone berserk. Yeah, you probably shouldn't lobotomize people, huh? It's 40k, you know.
Your demise is already calculated.
To survive in the grim darkness of the far future, you'll have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiarize yourself with things. Sure will. So these guys are all going to help us out. So I think we're pretty safe. Okay, the other servitor wandered off. So it's just this one we're facing. Okay, well, it seems to be having fun. He doesn't seem to be having fun. Neither does he. Okay, movement in combat. All abilities in the game are turn-based and take place on a grid. Sure do. We have movement points and we have AP as well. So that's our movement points on the left, and on the right that's our AP. So moving uses movement points, and then everything else uses the other one, including shooting. So let's see, can I reach? I can reach, but only 50% accuracy. Can I use at all costs? That will mark someone. An ally will get an extra turn if they get the kill, although that's the only creature, so that doesn't really make much sense, does it? Alright, just shoot them and we'll see how this goes. And what's the other one again? Voice of Command. We increase their characteristics for 1 round by 15. So
I won't compromise my principles.
can I do that? Okay, I can do it on him. So he's got Voice of Command now. A space bar to end the turn. Oh, you're going to nail it. I gave you big stat. You missed. Okay. I think he couldn't handle the pressure. Oh god, he can't handle the pressure. He definitely can't handle the pressure. Okay, well, he's got a bunch of debuffs on him, which I can take a look at. So he's injured. I've used at all costs on him, though it doesn't make any difference. Fresh injury. Doesn't seem to have any debuffs for us, that's fine. And exploit is what Voitvir was using. Start of each turn, operative inflicts 1 stack of exploit effect. If the operative hits target with exploit stack, the attack deals more damage. Whatever. Just gonna shoot the guy with a gun. There we go. Alright, so I want to finish this thing off. Phew. Good job, crew officer. I can scarcely believe it on a day like this. Okay, it's not all voiced. Okay, good. I get to have some fun then. What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's decks at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. Without taking his eyes off the bodies on the floor, Voitvir removes the Voxcaster from his belt and speaks a few quick orders into the device. Then he turns to you. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sections of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan. Hello, fellas. Spread out. No one is allowed to enter the premises. Stations. At your service, Master Voitvir. The lines on Voitvir's forehead soften, and his voice regains its usual courtesy. I'm afraid I must remain here, Blanche. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor. The Master of Whispers gives a curt bow. Well,
Rise
all right
to the
then.
top, or get
Let's
left
have a look at
in
this
the dust.
tarantula sentry gun, constructed with the blessing of the Adeptus Mechanicus using a standard template construct in the Manufactorums of Java Gamma. Let's actually get this going. And yes, I know, map do. Theban Rust battle tank, reclaimed and restored by the grace of the God Emperor. The first to breach the capital walls during the pacification of Vortes Chond. Probably nailed it. If I see you raise your head again, I'll hand you over to the tech priests for servitorization. In other words, to be lobotomized. And turn into that thing what just attacked everybody. That sounds smart. Deck enforcer, he's there to enforce the deck. Him too, there's a lot of them. Deck needs a lot of enforcing. Oh, look at all these boys. So many. So many folks down there.
Is there money to be made?
I really hope so. Got tech priest. Looking at these servitors, hopefully those aren't going to go mad. And here we are. Edelthrad. It's a shame he's not voiced here, so I can get an idea of what his voice is supposed to sound like. But I guess it's up to me now. That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora, says the man dressed in peculiar garb, his voice tight with tension. His face, half of which is covered by sin skin, is twisted in a grimace of displeasure and disbelief. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide, practically an admission of heresy. What accent are you speaking, Edelthrad? I don't know. The tall, grey-haired woman pins him with her gaze, her cybernetic eye flashing crimson. Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation, no worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Avion 6, Edelthrad? I'm going to survey the room. Your first impressions of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. Oh, good. Augmentation. So implants are also augments. A mechanical or electromagnetic cybernetic substitute for biological limbs or organs. Or organs. In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valentius's features appear as though they are carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. I mean, don't want to tempt fate here. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthrad. Behind the two of them, you see two more men. One is a grey-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. iPad. It says iPad. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons. Our second candidate has joined us. The dry female voice and the powerful feeling of being watched force you to look at Theodora. The rogue trader is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive. Blanche, approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. I thought I had a V in it. Did I pronounce it with a V earlier? Did I say avian? Anyway, Ion 6, a new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say. But attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Those spirits could well be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify if that is indeed the case, and if the population of Ion 6 engages in xeno-worship. Or warp. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening on Ion 6 is witchcraft or not. It might cost several psychers to do so, but it will give us an answer. Or I am a former commissar. Continue sending more people, wave upon wave, until the kill bots reach their maximum number and shut themselves down. No. These bot spirits certainly sound evidence of heresy, must be purged. Yeah, just a lot of nonsense, really. But yeah, I think both of these are quite good. I think mostly because they actually have a skill attached. Let's go with warp. Theodora smirks. Thorough, but presumptuous. Took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me well for many years, yet you speak of several. Edelthrad looks at you with the warmth of a snake. Sanctioned psykers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne. Or do you, Blanche, suggest that we use heretics who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants. Again, what accent is that, Edelthrad? I don't know. I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do, Edelthrad. We are both servants of the God Emperor. So which one is Edelthrad? Edelthrad is our teammate eventually, isn't he? I'm pretty sure that's that one. Anyway, I gave you an answer to a simple question. Both servants of the God Emperor. Find your tone most disagreeable, or shut your mouth. Oh, actually, Edelthred doesn't have a portrait. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. Never mind. No, I was getting confused with someone else, I think. Never mind. See, that's Edelthred. Yeah, okay, that's Edelthred. Never mind. And yeah, go away. I'm not sure. Let's go with 3. Edelthred tilts his head. Well, I find your company disagreeable, Blanche, and yet I'm forced to endure such... Edelthred? Theodora's tone renders him silent. I believe I gave you an assignment on the ship. Explain to me, then, why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview. I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time. Edelthred bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without sparing you another look. But yeah, multiple psychers just kind of feel like she has hundreds of them, given where we are, you know? Theodora's gaze follows him as he leaves, then she turns to you. So Blanche, why are you here? It was not you who sent for me, there are questions that I wish to have answered. Don't know just yet, I hope you will clarify that. Yeah, let's go with that. Theodora smiles wryly. Clarity, a luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo Afscaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. That's right, of humanity, not the other one. God Emperor, the ruler of the Imperium and saviour of all mankind. Yeah, that sounds about right. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by the most sacred relic, the Warrant of Trade. A sacred relic document that affirms the preeminent rights of the game. This is a letter remark, basically. Kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honour to venture into darkness beyond the Imperium and carry humanity's light where power's wicked and heretical reign and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you, Blanche, are one of those with the von Valancius blood in their veins, and a rightful claim to the inheritance when the hour comes. I am ready to take on this sacred purpose. Stab. It's all too sudden, or one of doesn't mean there are other heirs. Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthred may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honour of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Theodora sighs and looks away pensively for a brief moment. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Conrad Voigtveer served me for many years before he made his mistake. Did I hear you correctly? Marshal Whispers is related to you. And I guess us, in probably very distant terms. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name, von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voigtveer's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Oh, it used to be, at least. Thank you for clarifying. Or I am ready to take on this sacred purpose. Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader. Thanks for clarifying. I don't know, that's why she's wasting time. Shakes her head. Impatience. I'm rather fond of impatient people. That's really charming, actually. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthred as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquire in your former life may prove invaluable here in the Cronus Expanse. Once you were a commissar of the Imperial Guard, a political officer who was not afraid to face her own death or to send her underlings to theirs. Resolve, faith, implacability, all of it gives one a unique perspective when presented with a situation where a less steadfast individual could falter. Trust me, your future holds plenty of situations where the commitment to your duty or your house interests will be one of your strengths. Moreover, Theodora smiles slightly, your courage has made you far more famous than you yourself probably realize. True feats of heroism will forever live on in the annals of the Imperium and bring honor to the Van Valencia's line. Basically, she wants credit for our achievements. Thanks for clarifying. The Vox affixed. Vox is a radio, essentially. A piece of technology used to communicate over short distances or to record sound. The Vox affixed to Theodora's attire suddenly comes to life, but all you can hear is unintelligible noise. I don't know why I'm reading it in her voice. Theodora winces, shuts off the transmission, and gives you an imperious nod. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Navigator is a psychic person who points us in the right direction through hell. A sanctioned noble mutant whose genes allow them safely guide through warp-capable ships through the warp. And the warp, it's hell. It's the alternate dimension of pure energy and madness existing as a mirror to real space. Also known as the Immaterium, the Imperium, the Ether, the Sea of Souls, or the warp space. Navigator translation, the hell are you talking about? You're crazy. Or I could go with, where are we headed? The Rickard system, the domain of a rogue trader, Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Only 3 rogue traders exist in the Cronus Expanse, which is where we are in the universe, scattered poorly explored region on the frontier of the Imperium, full of fearsome Xenos, treasure, heathen worlds, and echoes of ancient doom. Classic. Just classic japes. It's the Wild West, guys. It's the Wild West. And each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendour. I set the course for Rickard on my demand. Theodora grimaces. She gives you a stern look, then shrugs. For a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time. I'm too busy grimacing. Take me to my grimacing room. Let's have a look here. Gracious Lord Captain, surely there are ways I can prove myself on worthy air. Let's tell about the incident. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps our possessed ship was in the mood for a lark. She laughs nonchalantly. The Gellerfield, by the way, is the force field that stops hell from getting in. And I know a lot of people all about 40k, but I like to fill people in. It's an Owlcat, RPG. I'm sure a lot of people are interested, having come out of all the Pathfinder games. So welcome everybody. Welcome to Warhammer. It's awful. I mean, it's great. I love Warhammer, but the universe is terrible. You wouldn't want to live there. Looking at it from a distance, you can enjoy all the horror and just unfairness and everything. Anyway, so Abelard, that's who I was thinking of. Yeah, I remember him. I was thinking he was Edelthrap, but no, it's Abelard. So I'll make this one vaguely kind of Scottish. And if you guys are like, that's not a Scottish accent, it's space Scottish, so it sounds exactly like I'm doing. Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumours spread about by uneducated riffraff. I'm pretty sure I just made him Cockney the last time we played this game, but it's Scottish now. Why the hell not? Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learned from the whispers of her unseen advisors. She turns to you. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folk speak of spectres dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. Oh, it's funny you should say that, because I'm haunted. It's totally cool. Alright, I have no more questions. In that case, I shall head to... Theodora's Vox awakens once more. This time, you pick up shouting. The Lord Captain freezes, listening to the Voxcast, then nods and draws her weapon. Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks, Seneschal. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. She glances at you. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated. I like that one was shooting at the camera. Just killed the cameraman, you know.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Yep, initiative, alright. So there's initiative order. Stuff goes in order. And yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'm starting there then. My god, there's a lot of heretics. It's an awful lot of heretics. Okay, Theodora's chilling. Abelard's just running out.
Reduced to dust.
Just immediately chopping people up.
I took care of this one.
Good lad. Good lad. Oh, that's a melter gun. Yeah, it's gonna sting a bit. Alright, there goes 4 of them. Nice. Abelard. Don't get shot. Ooh. I didn't get shot. Get in cover so you don't die. If you say so. If you say so. Right. Can use,
Who, if not me?
Did I just use it on myself? Oh, of course. Yeah, it applies to who we attack. Silly me. I'm going to kill whoever I hit. So I think that may have been pointless. Bang.
You never stood a chance.
Nailed it. Alright, well that's all we got. We don't have a melter gun. We can't just wipe out like a million guys. So who's Mort? I want your melter gun, Mort. Alright, Abelard's getting shot at, but he seems fine with it. I really enjoy the whiz of the bullets coming out of these guns.
Just a minor setback.
What are these, stub guns? Oh, she's got some sort of
One
plasma
fewer
blunderbuss, which I enjoy. But yeah, being a sort of a leader type doesn't really give us much to do when we don't have anyone else we're in control of. You received a positive temporary effect from an ally. Oh, well, isn't that sweet? Yeah, there it is. Kill them. That's from us. Oh no, it's from Theodora. Oh, okay, sure. Is that the only guy left? Yeah, I suppose. Oh no, there's a guy behind here. Yeah, okay, fair enough. They're both behind cover. Alright, let's just move out here. You'll probably get shot.
Let your
but,
guard down.
Oh, it's fine, shush. I mean, 51%. Not great,
I won't stand for it.
but it's fine. Voice of command. Let's... We can't use that on anyone, can we? No, we can't. Alright, moving on. I'm gonna get shot now. It'll be all my fault. Nope, not interested in shooting the person out in the open. Nice. Alright, have him.
Reduced to dust.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Hey guys, we arrived just in time. Theodora waves her hand in a commanding gesture. Mort, take a team with you to clear the path to the transport line. Do not let a single Whoreson survive. The rogue trader turns her eyes to you. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck. Not bad. I've seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security makes them that much more susceptible to the harsh realities of warp transitions. She looks at the Vox in her hand. All you can hear is lifeless static. What's happening? The incident with the rampaging servitors may be connected to what's transpiring. Yeah, let's suggest that. Possibly. Quite likely. Theodora winces and flicks the switch on her Vox a few times. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation. What are your orders? She breaks eye contact with you. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the arch-militant requires aid. And be quick about it. Alright, let's go be quick about it then. So Theodora, so fancy. Look at that fancy hair. Basically dressed like a vampire. I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh. Yeah, look at these guys shoot back and forth. I really enjoy when games like this just do some like ambient shooting and stuff. Like, it's not our concern, it's not going to drag us into a fight. It's just like, yeah, there's stuff going on. You know, things are heating up. You know, go about your business. Speaking of going about business, we're going to go about business tomorrow. That's right, this episode's ending. I know, what a tease. But I really love this game. I had a lot of fun with it playing the alpha beta, and this already seems a lot more polished. Like the fact there's some voice acting now, the cutscenes actually, like, the camera moves in a way that isn't tragic. It's pretty good. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to get back into it, learn all the new characters, give them all ridiculous accents, and just have a good time. So hopefully you guys are on board with that. You know, on board the... What do we call it? I've already forgotten the name of our ship. It's like the Righteous Absolution or something, like unbelievably over the top. Whatever, call it what you like. The ship won't mind. If you want to stick around, comment, like, and subscribe, ring the bell, do all the YouTube things, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.
I won't compromise my principles.